Hello, my name is Jada.
And I'm Jose.
And this is our video about JFK's Ask Not speech. But before we get into this, you should know more about John F. Kennedy. Both of Kennedy's grandfathers were politicians, which is most likely what led to his presidency.
JFK volunteered to fight in the military and saved several of his men. His brother was killed in a bombing mission over Belgium. His brother planned to make a career in politics, so therefore John Kennedy decided to enter politics in his place. JFK was in the Democratic Party. He was elected as the 35th President of the United States in 1961. He was the youngest man to ever be elected as president and the first Catholic president.
As a result, he gave an inauguration speech called the JFK Ask Not speech. This was also one of John F. Kennedy's most famous speeches. JFK was the author of this document. The ceremony began with religious invocation and prayers. The Star-Spangled Banner was sung, and Robert Frost recited one of his most famous poems called The Gift Outright.
This happened in January in Washington, D.C. In this, JFK stated that our citizens should think not what this country can do for us, but what we can do for it.
Shortly after this, he gave another speech on September 12, 1962. This was the We Choose to Go to the Moon speech.
This speech was encouraging people to go to space. At this time, nobody made it to the moon until Neil Armstrong, but a few made it out to space.
He also approved the Bay of Pigs invasion, which was a failed military invasion. It was a major fail to the U.S. foreign policy. John Kennedy was trying to better our country and the citizens. Not only that, but he wanted for the citizens to make the country better. Most of the citizens' perspectives at the time were that they liked him, and they liked the speech. JFK was very popular at this time, and so most people liked him as the president. Some citizens, however, didn't like JFK. As a result, he was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963.
John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963. He was 46 years old when he was killed. He died 2 years after becoming president. John F. Kennedy was assassinated by a man named Lee Harvey Oswald. 2 days after he had assassinated the president, Lee Harvey Oswald was fatally gunned down by Jack Ruby.
Even though JFK isn't alive today, he really helped out our country, and some would say he was a phenomenal president. Now, here's a video of JFK's Ask Not speech, followed by the We Choose to Go to the Moon speech.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world,
we choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one